Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel and a very messy desk. I've chosen a page to do in small victories. I thought I'd jump on the bandwagon. I did say last video that I wanted to do a series of colouring with you in this cute little book, but I know YouTube's been flooded with it, so I hope you don't mind me doing one too. And the reason my desk is so messy, and it doesn't help that Johanna's book's so small because you have to zoom in and you can see all the mess and everything. Anyway, I have chosen a page and I've been practicing and agonising over it. So instead, I didn't like what I've done, so I'm just going to go with the flow and fingers crossed that I don't fluff it up. So this is the page I've chosen. I thought we'd do these 4 little castles, if I can get my book to lay flat. And because I've just coloured a page with the Prismas, I'm going to have to come out, yeah, messy desk time. Because I've just coloured a page with the Prismacolor pencils, I'm going to carry on with those if that's okay. I usually like to use my Artex pencils in Johanna's books because they work so well. But, alas, I'm not going to. So, we've got Prismas. I've strayed from our budget pencil series, if that's okay. So I've got a range of cool greys here, and I thought we're going to have some unity where we've got stones. They're all going to be in the cool greys, and then we'll pick we'll make them individual by their select colours for different roofs and plants and things like that. Maybe that's what my theory is. So I am going to go in. Which one am I going to start with? Let's start with this one at the top left. Why not? It makes sense, doesn't it? So if I can move all my gubbins out of the way and get my book to lay flat. There's another runaway pencil. There we go. So I've got 90% cool grey. So these are all cool or cold. I've got 70%. I've got 30% and 10%. They will be on the screen. So I am going to think about it. Okay, so in this centre bit I want to keep it fairly light. Do you know what, let's just start with the cobblestones at the bottom. So I'm going to go in with 90% and I'm going to pick out all the little bits in between. So it looks like there's dark. It will look awful to start with, but dark separating all these stones. I'm going to do a bit of a cheat with this little bush down here, so I'm not too fussed. Okay, I just want to get that in. So I'm going to fill all those little gaps in. And yeah, in there, and in there. There we go. Okay, so now I'm going to switch to my 70%, 30% and 10%. So I'm going to take my 70% and I'm going to make it darker at the top here underneath this little balcony. Kind of pull that out. Then I'm going to put in the 30%, blend that in. I forgot after doing our budget pencil series just how easy Prismas are to blend. Although I do love my, I'm going to come in a little bit closer. I do love my Artex pencil on Johanna's paper. They come out really nice. So I'm going to do this sort of nice and soft, and then that bit I think I'm going to make grey, and those stones at the side be much darker. We'll put that 90% in. That's my theory anyway, folks. And I might put a tiny bit of, I don't know, might try a little bit of blue or something in there just to sort of break up the greyness. So got quite a bit to tell you guys actually. I did say in my haul video that there was some news. So first and foremost, very exciting news. I'm going to be a nana again. I'm very excited and very blessed. Yes, little new Bubba, which I don't know whether it's a girl or a boy yet, is due in May. So I'm going to be a nana again, and my precious little grandson is going to be a cousin. How lovely is that for him? So that'd be really nice for him. He's very excited. As am I. So obviously I've known, but I've not been able to say anything until I was allowed. You know, until that sort of they talk about that safe zone, don't they? So yeah, it's very exciting news. And then so Nana has been knitting. I do knitting, I do crochet too, and all sorts of crafts really, but I've been knitting a baby blanket. I've done it in cream, and I can confidently talk about this because I know that my son and his wife do not watch my channel. It's very rude, but they don't. Yeah, so I've been doing it in cream, and it's got like alternate squares, and in the alternating squares are little hearts. So it looks really, really cool, and I'm very excited about it. And then I was looking at some of this like super soft chunky wool because I want to crochet a bunny rabbit. So I'm going to make like a little bundle box of Nana handmaids. So I want to make a little bunny or a little bear, or both, depends on what time I've got to do it. The blanket, and then maybe, I don't know, if the baby's born in May, it's not going to really want an awful lot of warm clothes, but maybe a little cardigan, or a little lightweight cardi or something, a cardigan. So that's what I was thinking about that. So that's exciting. More than exciting. And everything seems to be going well, fingers crossed, with the pregnancy. So, and then the other bit of exciting news is, you know, I've been signed off with, my anxiety has just been horrendous. I was going to hand my notice in at work completely because I just felt like I was letting them down, and you know, the children that I work with need stability. You can't be flitting in and flitting out of there. They need to know that you're going to be there for them. I think that's a leaf, but yeah, they need to know that you are going to be there for them consistently, and with the way I've been feeling, I haven't been able to be. So I did contact my line manager and said to her that I was thinking of handing my notice in. Well, she obviously went and spoke to our big boss, who came back and said, what hours do you think you could do without it making you so poorly, Lucy? And I was like, are you serious? And they, you know, I was just so, I don't know what the word is, blown away. Sorry, this is 70%. I'm just going to go in lightly round here. I was so blown away that they've said that the parents have been asking for me and want to know when I'm coming back, and the children are missing me, and they don't want to lose me. So I couldn't believe it, because I thought, oh, they'd be jumping at the chance to get shot of me because I've had to have this time off. But not the case at all. So isn't that lovely? It really, really boosted how I've been feeling, because I just, you know, you get to this point and it just makes you feel rubbish. You feel like you're no good to anybody and all this horrible stuff. And you are. Don't ever think that you're not, because you are. But it is a fight to fight against that. So to have this conversation that they want me to stay, they'll do what they can to help me do that. So I'm just going to be working really, really part-time. I'm going to actually be doing 12.5 hours a week. That's what we came up with. So basically, I'm going in to see my lovelies first thing in the morning, and I'm going to stay for the first 2 periods to set them up for the day. Obviously, I'm not the only person in the room. There's my lovely line manager, and then there's another colleague who's just adorable, and the children love her. I'll set them up in the morning for breakfast club, which we do toast and tea and things. And then I will be home by 11 o'clock every single day. So if I'm tired and I want to sleep, I can. It means I can still do YouTube in the evenings. So it means I don't let you guys down. Oh, it's just, I don't know, something seems to have been looking down on me and yeah, and really helping me through this, as well as you guys have. I've had some lovely comments and gifts and cards, and that reminds me, I had a beautiful card I must show it you from a lovely, lovely friend called Jen. I must show it to you. So I'm using now 90% cool grey, and I'm just going to go around the edges of these. I just want it much darker than the building. We are going to put other colours in, folks, not just grey. What was I saying? Yeah, so I've had this beautiful card from Jen. I'll get it when I pause the video to go off and do something. I'll go and get it and show you, because it is so lovely. Really touched me. Okay, and then we'll go back in with the 70. Is that right? Yeah. Going with the 70, still leaving a gap. But I need them to stand out from the building itself. So yeah, it's just like I've had a little ray of goodness shining shining down on me, which I had, you know that song, What a Difference a Day Makes? It certainly does. So I've gone from absolute despair to feeling completely different. so that combination I am going to do on these bricks and these bricks. Nothing else. Don't do anything that hasn't got the stones on them. Yeah. So I'll do these in the softer greys, and then these stones darker. Yeah. So what I had done was I'd worked out that I was going to have this roof as purple, but my fear is that it looks a little bit Halloween-y. But you know, purple and green, and I don't know. I really don't know, folks. What do you think? This is why I'm stuck, see? So I'm going to go in and do the... Johanna, this is supposed to make our lives easier. I'm going to go in and do these stones. I'm going to put a little bit of dark in there. I think for me, any Johanna book worries me because I want to get it right. They're such beautiful books. However, don't shoot me, but I do find there is a lot of like Zen-tangly bits in here, in this book. And that, I want to, like Rita Berman sometimes, I just colour straight over them. But in this book, it feels a bit like if you colour straight over them, you're taking away the personality of the book, if that makes sense. Let's put a bit dark in there. Like, I know I'm waffling on a little bit, but let me see. These, the little Dachshunds, I'd love to colour them, but, you know, if I just straight coloured them, does that take away from the design of the page? You know, so that's what I'm struggling with. And yeah, you know what I'm like, worry about everything. So we're gonna go in and do the same with these. So back to our 70%. In with our 30. And then our 10. And smush. Smush those in. Okay, I think we could get away, actually, because these will be different colours, with this balcony also being grey as part of like the stonework. So if we put the 90% in, put a little bit around this side, like that. Put the 90 in and then go back to our 70 combo and come in wherever we've put that dark. Like that. And then work down the colours. A little bit there. And then our 10%. Just help push all those colours together. There we go. I think that looks cute. Yeah, so we just keep going with the brickwork. I am going to have to cut the video because it's going to be like 4 million years long, even for a little page, but I did choose to do all 4 of the castles. I suppose I could have just done one, but that would leave you high and dry, wouldn't it? Okay, I think you get the picture there. And then I might just have to go back in and wrong colour and just deepen some of those parts up. Okay, so I am going to go off and finish all the stones where you can see them in that manner. And then we'll meet back up and I'll bring that card back up to show you. I'll see you in a second. So I've done the grey bits that I said. I haven't done the stairs or anything else. I thought we'd do that together. But I went and fetched the card and letter that the lovely Jen sent to me. And look, it's a Jane F. Hankins one. And it's all sparkly and shiny. So I'm not going to read it out, but it was just a beautiful message. Well, the letter, she's just put just a little something to lighten your day, and I hope it makes you smile. And that she's learned so much from my channel. Isn't that just, people are so kind, aren't they? Isn't that lovely? And then in with it was this card that I can colour and fill in. So it says The Imaginary World of Jane F. Hankins. Now I've been on there to have a look to see if I can find them, but I can't. So Jen, if you're watching, darling, could you put where we could get the card from if anybody's interested, because this is really beautiful cardstock, and I was thinking, gosh, how lovely Inktense would look to colour this in. So yeah, it came all the way from Canada to me. Isn't that lovely? Yeah, so people really do care. You are a really lovely community. So thank you, Jen, sweetheart. It's so kind of you. Right, now, before I change my mind, I'm going in with Rapunzel Castle. And we're going to make this one pink. I'm doing it, folks. I'm doing it. And this one looks like a Rapunzel Castle. So maybe I'll do 2, like, different pinks. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm at a complete loss. So what I'm going to try is the... I'm going to try the railings first. And then we'll see. But it'll probably be too late by then. So I've got... a cough. Excuse me. I've got 4 colours. I've got mahogany red, pomegranate, pink and pink rose. I'll put the colours and the codes on the screen, obviously. So let's start with another stray pencil. Let's start with our balcony. So I'm going in with the mahogany red because that's going to give us a nice dark, deep pink tone for the edge of our railings. Give us our shadow. We'll do the same on this one. Bring that out. Yes, I do have to say, it's quite nice to be colouring with Prismas. Although, I love all my budget ones. And I'm missing my Artex. I don't know what it is about them. I really do love them. I spend a lot of time colouring with them. They're kind of my go-to. Prismas are beautiful, they are, but they're very expensive. I was sent a whole set once by a lovely, lovely subscriber, which just blows my mind to think that they would do that for me. But I think my Prismas are going to have to be saved for very special occasions, very special books, like my Holbeins and my Derwent light fasts. So yeah, so I'm making a Rapunzel castle. I think it deserves a bit of pink. Although I think I'm going to have to paint my walls in here. I love pink, and my little office walls are baby pink. But I'm thinking that I might have to paint them, because in the other big room, the wall that my desk was against was white, and I didn't have such a problem with lighting. So I'm thinking that my baby pink is soaking up all the light. So I'm just going back in with the pomegranate. I think it's a bit late to change my mind now, but I quite like it. A little bit of pink to spice up our lives. Right, we're going to do the same with the roof. Now, I would have normally picked out individual tiles, but I'm not going to do that in this case because... Gosh. I can hear someone shouting about out there. So I'm going in with the mahogany red. Sorry, I got distracted. There's a lot of shouting about going on out there. So yeah, mahogany red, I'm going to bring that round, probably like that. Let's stop there. I think what the shouting is, which is really stupid, is there's a little doggy barking out there, and some like idiot person is taking the mick out of it and sort of barking back. That's one thing in the world of Lucy I cannot tolerate at all. I can't watch it, I can't think about it too much, is animal cruelty. Oh gosh, I can't stand it. It makes me really panicky, and I don't understand it at all. So when I hear things like that, it makes my blood boil. I want to go out there and sort of, not that I would, but I might if the situation got too bad, but sorry, getting distracted with what's going on. What was I saying? I don't know. It makes my blood boil. I cannot bear it. I have to, if I see it in a, like Facebook, if I go on Facebook, it is just literally to check our group, our Facebook colouring group. I can't, because you used to get bombarded with flipping animal cruelty videos that, or pictures, and they would stick in my head and I couldn't get them out. I hate it. It really, really upsets me, really bothers me. I can't tolerate it at all. I don't understand how anybody could do that to something so vulnerable, you know, and trusting. Anyway, that's my little... I'll get off my soapbox now, but that's why I'm so distracted. Okay, I might need to... My light is blinding me. I'm going to have to turn it round, folks. I cannot... There. I'm sorry. Yeah, oh, that's better. I can see what I'm doing. I need a lot more blending there. What's going on there, Lucy? Oh, that's so much better. I was absolutely blinded. Yeah, so I talking about lighting and being blinded, I think if I paint the wall white or a light colour, so it reflects the lighting in this room back on me, I think that'd be a lot better. That's what I was saying. And maybe change my mat. I've had my mat for a while now, but it's such a huge one. It's like, I don't know what you'd call it. It's like twice the size of A3. It's massive. So they're not cheap to replace, but I think if I replace this with a light colour one, that would help too. Right, I'm going back in with the mahogany, just darken up this edge. There we go, we've got a proper princess castle. What do you think to that, folks? It's cute. I like it. Just going it back in with that pomegranate. I'm just forcing that blend a little bit better. There we go. Yeah, I like that. As unorthodox as it is, I really like it. So we're going to make the windows. Yeah, why not? Let's make the windows. So I'm going to go in with pomegranate on the corner here. Bring it up. And in there. And let's just do a little bit on the arch. And then, no, this is pomegranate. Sorry, that was mahogany. Go in with pomegranate now. Just over that dark. And then in with our pink. This is completely different to what I'd practiced. I don't know why I bother practicing anymore, because half the time I hate it. We're going to put our mahogany in here, and we'll go over with a little bit of pomegranate just to lift it. Yeah, and I just waste time worrying about it not turning out right, which is silly. There we go. Oh, it's so cute. I really like it, actually. I'm so pleased I picked the pink out. The pink and the grey looks lovely, doesn't it? Well, I think so. Now we could do that the same as that. I think we'll have to have a pink front door. So we'll do the front door the same. Yeah, I think so. It's got to be done, folks. So let's go in with our pomegranate. Make it dark around that frame. I can go in with gel pens to put the door handle back in. Then our pomegranate. It's a really pretty colour, that pomegranate. It's right on the verge, really, I think, of being a red. But it doesn't quite do it. I'm just going to go back over with a tiny, really light touch of pomegranate just to help that pink blend. There we go. Let's blend that pink in. I've just gone straight for the light pink and straight over the glass that I was trying to avoid. And now I'm going in with that pink rose it is. There we go. So RJ's new book comes out tomorrow. I've ordered it. Of course I have. I can't not be without an RJ. And he said, sorry, just having a sip of tea. I think it might be Christmassy, but I remember reading on Instagram that he, in light of everything that's going on in the world that's so hard at the moment, he wanted to share some love and light. So that's as much as I know about it, really. So I'm going to leave the little doormat. I think we'll need to go back in with the greys for the door frame. So back to our 70% at the bottom of the door frame, round here. And then as we get higher up, we'll tone it down. So in with the 30. Yeah, check me out. And then the 10. Okay. I'm going to try and erase where I went over on that door. Yeah, it's probably not going to happen, Lucy. Let's too much of a teeny tiny spot. Okay, now I have to risk this because in my haul video that I did the other day, my beautiful, beautiful friend Trudy sent me these acrylic paint pens. These are the Thule Art. Yeah, there. Thule Art. These are the colours that come in. Look at them. They're just gorgeous. Now, instead of me trying to colour, lay those down. They're supposed to be laid down, not stood up. Instead of me trying to colour all these teeny tiny leaves, I'm going to go in with paint pen and do dots. You could do this with water-based markers. It works as well. So I've got 3 greens. I will put the colours on the screen. But what have I got? Let's see. On the box, this is what's new about them. They don't have the names on the pen, but they are all numbered. And then they've got the names. So I've got 28, which is moss green, 27 pale olive, and 26 avocado. So I'm going to take my darkest, which is 28. Bear with me, folks. I know you're going to go, holy honk, Lucy, what have you done? Right, so I'm just going to go in with this is my darkest, and I'm going to put a boatload of dots. And then as I come out, I'm going to get they'll be less close together as I come out with the dark. We have to let this dry in between, otherwise it doesn't work. But if you've got water-based markers, you can go straight ahead. You can use Posca, you could use, I know they're acrylic as well, but what else could you use? Well, you could do it with watercolour paints. It worked just as well. You could do it with gel pen, if you're very patient. Fine liners. Whatever you've got, this will work. I've done it in quite a few books, I think. Quite a few times. This like, what do they call it? Pointillism, don't they? Not that I'm calling this pointillism, but really should let it dry in between. But I'm going to go in with 27, which is our next colour down, which is lighter, and I'm going to just gently fill in some of these spaces. I am going to have to let it dry, otherwise it'll all just merge into a blobby mess. So I'll just put some of those in. Yeah, these are the medium nibs ones, and they're so smooth, they work so well. I'm going to leave it at that, and then I'll come back in and we'll put some more of that one in, and then our lightest one. So that's as far as I've got. I didn't know, or I don't know, what colours to do the rest. So let me see. We've got this little hanging basket. I think if I take light umber, and we put that in. Let's put some light umber in there. This is unheard of, folks. Lucy just completely ad-libbing and picking pencils up off the desk. What is going on? And then this is a beautiful colour. Beige sienna. And let's blend those in. They're quite similar, aren't they? So I have to go back in and darken up our light umber. There we go. And we can do let's do, without smudging all this, let's do the window sill. We'll have a little bit of wood going on instead of just stone. And we'll do that in the same as the hanging basket. That's quite a nice combo, actually. That's quite a nice combination. If we added an even darker colour, we could use that for another one of the buildings. One sec. Sorry about that, just saying goodnight to the husband. Right, so let's do this as well. we just fill this in with those same colours, the light umber and the beige sienna. We might need a little bit of something a little darker, I think. What have I got? That might be too dark. What's this? Ooh, let's try chocolate. We'll put a little bit of chocolate in. Have I just... Oh, I have. I've just put my hand in the paint, so I don't... It's on my hands. Thankfully, I didn't smudge it across the page. I wonder if you lot were all screaming at me, Lucy, mind the paint. This is my brain. It's just... It doesn't work very well. Oh, now I've... Right, I've completely fluffed this up. That had to come out. Bug me. Get off. Right. They're so teeny tiny. Maybe should have done this with fine liners instead. Because that little mark's going to stay there now, unless I can extend... Unless I can extend the little hanging thing. Well, it is what it is now. I've gone over the line. There's not much I can do about it. Okay, that still needs to be left a little bit longer. Got it everywhere. I'm such a mucky pup. Alright, what colours are we going to do those flowers then? I was going to get... I don't want to do them leaves, because it will look too samey. Well, I don't know. I'm sorry about this, folks. So indecisive at the moment. I don't know what's going on. Let's leave it. What else can we do? Let me come back when the paint's dry and I've got a plan. How about that, folks? I'll see you in a second. Okay, the paint pen is dry, but before I do that, I'm going to do these little, they look like leaves, but I'm going to do them like a weird colour, of course. So I've got my Jelly Roll Moonlights, which I love. If anybody knows of any gel pens that aren't metallic or sparkly, or, you know, I just want the flat gel pens. If anybody knows of any other colours that I can get, or any other brands that I can get, please let me know, because I love using these. These blend really well. They don't have names or numbers as far as I'm aware, but it's the dark purple and the light purple, the lilac-y colour that I'm using. And if you uncap them at the same time, you can blend them together. So if I bring you in just a little bit closer, because these are teeny tiny, as long as I remember to come back out. I want to do this first before I do those, because this will need to dry. So I'm going to use the dark purple at the base of this leaf, or petal, or whatever it is, and then go in with the light purple. And when that dries, you will see a contrast in that colour. I hope. You can, like I say, they're good fun to use because you can blend them. And if I've put too much of the dark on, I can always go back in and go over with the light afterwards. But yeah, and then I thought, because I've incorporated the purple, we can use that then on a different castle. Now, with all my faffing and shenanigans tonight, I don't know if I'm going to get all this video, all this page done in one night for you. Didn't really want to split it up because I'm going to do a very easy background. I can always put a few different colour dots in there just to sort of separate it out. It's looking a bit samey, so I might have to pick Well, I shouldn't be impatient, I should let it dry first. What was I going to say? I don't know, I start talking and then my brain goes off. Like those squirrel moments. Now they look like grapes. Oh dear, well, right. We can fix that, we can sort those out. Right, we used our dark one. I'm going back to these two now, so 27 and 26. So I'm going to go back in with 27. Literally just dot it. And you really can't mess this up because just let it dry. Let it dry and then go over it again. Gosh, I can't speak, I just can't concentrate. It's my grapes. We could always go over it, it's not a problem. Right, let's take the light one. And put that towards the edge. I'm going to dot that in here as well. And what we'll have, we will come back over it. You have to go over it a few times, but you've got to let it dry in between two, otherwise you just get one big mess. I'm being brave, aren't I, with my Johanna's book? So I'm going to get as much of that colour in as I can. And then we'll come back and we'll add the other tones back in. And the good thing about this technique is you can add as many different greens as you want. I do find that the same sort of family, sort of olivey greens or yellowy greens or whatever, if you stick to the sort of same family, the better it looks. Just cover up poor old Johanna's very patient drawing. Right, we're going to leave that to dry and then we'll come back to that when that's done. I have got cloud blue and I'm just going to put a little bit in the windows because it's clearly daytime, because there's a rainbow down below. Just a little bit of colour in there instead of yellow to fill that up, and in the door down here, see if I can cover that pink up that bothers me so much. And then we're going to use those three colours that we had, which were the chocolate, light umber and beige sienna, to do the doormat. So we've made this side dark, so we might as well continue that. So we're going with chocolate, a little bit of light umber, and then our beige sienna. So I've just got a little doormat. I honestly don't know what to do about those. I'll have to think. I might have to get like a little paint pen out on those too. But see, pondering all the time. So I think I'm going to make this castle down here. I think this is going to be purple. This is originally what I had out. So let's try it, shall we? While that green finishes, let me just come out a little bit way too close now. Okay, so I have got lots of purples. What's that? That's black. We might need that. I've got dark purple. I've got, I don't know what that one is. I'll have to look it up. It's too stubby to be able to tell you. It might be from the old set, but as I understand it, they've replaced them. So lilac, and then I've got greyed lavender. We are going to do this little beauty down here. So I'm going in with my dark purple. going to do up this side as well. And we're going to make the centre of this one our highlight instead. So we're just going to soften that out so that we can add our next colour. Okay, and then we're going in with this purple. I don't know what it is. Violet? Oh, Parma Violet. I could just see what's left of like the French of it. Go over that and bring that out, Parma Violet. Make sure you go over that dark colour. Okay. And then our lilac. I should have done the chimneys in the grey, shouldn't I, while I was there? This is what happens when I don't practice. This is why I should practice. This video is going to be very jumbly. Okay, and then grey lavender. I'm going to put that down the centre. You can use that to blend. There we go. I've changed the lighting on this one. Okay, we're going to do underneath here, so we're going to take our dark purple. Our Parma Violet, or whatever violet you've now got in your set of Prismas, because I don't think it exists, does it, Parma Violet anymore? Lilac. And greyed lavender. There we go. I'm going to take the dark purple, I'm just going to go right the way underneath here, just to make those little tiles stand out, so they're not lost. There we go. Cute. Then we're going to do this bit. Makes sense. See, it's easy once you've selected your colours, but selecting the colours is the problem. I need those colour cubes. I looked for them. I looked them up, but shipping is very expensive for them. I would like them. Maybe I'll have to ask Santa. There we go. Alright. Let's give that a little bit of a brush off. Now, I'm thinking we could do that like wood panelling, couldn't we? Oh, we got to do we'll do this little roof down here too. So, I'm going to make this dark. Can you see? Yeah, gosh, it's hard to tell on these little tiny books. And Parma Violet. Lilac. And then we'll use our greyed lavender. There we are. Cute. Alright, let's go back to our wood combination and just hope that I don't go over the lines. So, we're going to go in with a chocolate, and I'm just going to sort of drop that in there jaggedly and pray that it works. Okay, and then we'll get our light umber. Drop some of that in. Okay, and then our beige sienna. So we've got some wood panelling around that castle is the word. Alright, we're going to put some more dark backing because we've kind of lost that in our blend. So I'm just going to put some more grain in is what I mean. Gosh, what is wrong with me? I think I might have to turn off tonight and come back to you. There we go. We're going to put that under here. There we go. And back to our purples for the door. Oh, teeny tiny spaces. And I'm thinking gel pens again for these little bits of grass. But I think I'll do the background first and then go over with gel pen afterwards. And back to the wood again. Light umber, wasn't it? We used light umber and the sienna to do the little mat. There we are. Okay, now this should be dry. Let's go back to this. Right, we'll use the light one. I need to go back to the medium one, which was 27. Is that the medium one? Hang on. 27, yeah, that's the medium one. So maybe I need a little bit more of the dark in there. Let's put some more of the dark in. And you can just spend ages, well I can, doing this, building up the colour and playing. Just until everything, all the gaps are filled up. And you've got a little shrub bush. And as long, like I say, as long as you let it dry in between, you can keep, if you mess up, you can just keep going back in. And absolutely no bleed through whatsoever, which is really cool. I was just checking to see if there was any other sort of darker, different greens. Not in this set, there isn't. There's a much lighter one. We could try that, I suppose. Which is 25. Let me just check. Oh, that might work. Oh yeah, drop a little bit of that in, and then I'll go back over with the lighter green. So when that's all dry, I'll go back over with the medium green, rather, instead of the lighter green. There we go. How cool is that? Right, I'm going to have to go and let that dry because... Oh, actually, we could do down here, couldn't we? See, this is why I plan my pages, because I get in such a pickle. I was going to do that, but I'm not going to now. We are going to use 2 greens for these vines. We could use that same technique, but I think it might be a bit overwhelming for this little tower. So I've got Prussian green and apple green. If that's not Prussian green, I'll put the correct code on the screen. So at the bottom here of the leaf, bottom on one side, Prussian green, and a little bit of apple green. There we go. Quite a cool little combination. For little tiny leaves. There we go. And I haven't got as far as even thinking about that one yet. So we've got pink and purple. Maybe we could have blue. And I don't know. There we go. Okay, you don't want to sit while I faff with a million little tiny leaves, do you? But that's going to be cool. Right, let me come out so we can see the whole thing. Okay. There we are, so far. I need to go back over that with the medium green. But I think, look, it's so effective. It looks really cool. If you can't be bothered to sit and colour a lot of leaves, I might change that up by using some of the colours in this Tooly art set. I'm not happy with that at all. They look like hanging grapes, but we'll see. It's the least of my worries at the moment. Alright, I'm going to go off, let that dry, finish the leaves over here, and then we'll meet back up again. I'll see you in a minute. Okay folks, it's the next morning. I stepped away because I was feeling really miserable about the whole thing, and there's no need to be. These grapes, I'm going to do the same technique as I did here. So I've had a good think about it, stepped away like I said, and I've kind of got a much better plan in my head. So I have got the Tooly art pens out again, and I will put the colours on the screen. I've got, this is from darkest to lightest, 8, 9, 10 and 12. And if I didn't say, because I was all of a muddle, it's from the earth and skin tone colours that Tooly art do. Medium nib ones, these are. And what I'm going to do is the same as we did for this bush, this shrub, and I'm just going to dot in this dark one. It really bothered me that they looked like a bunch of grapes hanging down there. But it happens. Everything doesn't always go right to start with. So I'm going to make this look much more pink and cute. Okay, so that's our dark colour done. I'm going to leave it at that and let it dry. And then I'll come in with the next colours as we go along. So this building, so I am sorry about being so jumbled and muddled yesterday. I really don't know what was wrong with me. I think sometimes the anxiety really takes hold and I just can't think straight, and anyway, never mind. I've got lots of positives to look forward to, like I was telling you. So I'm going to make this building grey. I think that would add the unity to the page, and like I said at the beginning, what I was trying to achieve was different coloured roofs, but keeping the unity of them, if that makes sense. So we're going to have the same greys on this building. And then I think I'm probably going to do a red and a blue castle. Just feel like it. So we're going to put our greys in. And just a quick recap, it was 70%, it was 50%, 30% and 20%. They'll be on the screen anyway. So I'm going to start here with my 70%. That's going to be our darkest area. And here, under the windows. So I hope you're all okay. I don't think I even asked. I'm so sort of consumed with feeling negative at the moment. But I've woken up this morning and I feel I'm much brighter and much happier. I think it takes a while when you've been in this horrible slump for even the best of news to sort of deliver those endorphins to the brain. Well, it does for mine anyway. Mine's a bit slow. So that was 70. I'm now going in with 50% cold grey, sorry. Yes, I've woken up this morning. I feel much, much brighter. So I do apologise for my ramblings yesterday. I hope it didn't put you off wanting to finish colouring with me. But I'm back and I'm bright and breezy today. And I came in, looked at the page, and I thought, I know what I need. Whoop! Did you see that? I just threw it at myself. I know what I need to do with this page. So sometimes, I know I've mentioned this before on the channel, but sometimes if things aren't going well, step back. Just step back. And if you still want to colour something else, push the page to one side and wait. Because things do become clearer if you just give your brain that chance to sort of work it out. Right. I'm going to add grey to this bit. That kind of makes sense. Are you on camera? Yes, okay. Yeah, so I do tell people, I do give people this advice, but sometimes I just don't heed it myself. I think we can all be a little bit like that, can't we? But I'm so glad that I did. I stepped back last night and slept on it. It's now, what time is it? Oh, it's 20 to 3 in the afternoon. And this is the first time I've stepped foot back in the office. I left the book open and the pencils out. And I came in and I thought, oh, I know what I need to do. I get it. So it kind of clicked when I sat here and looked. And I thought, for the sake of a hanging basket, Lucy, you cannot let it put you off colouring this page. And then I know what happens. I'll colour this, mess up this page or not finish it, and then I won't want to colour in the book anymore. I know it's madness. But that's kind of how life is with me at the minute. So if you would kindly bear with me through my dizzy days, I would really appreciate it. Okay, so we've got that grey going on. Now the page is beginning to feel like it belongs together. So we'll just have these pops of colour for the roofs and for the plants. So I'm going to go in with number 9 now of my, it's still a bit tacky, but that's okay, number 9 of my paint pens. And I can leave a little bit of that penciling because that purple's fine. And when we put the pink in, it all just looks like some sort of little flowering plant outside. It already, in my opinion, looks better. I'm going to leave that and let it dry. Let's finish off this building. So I'm using the same greys. I'm getting all excited about doing it now because I have this plan. So I'm rushing. It's like, get the colours on the page before you change your mind. But yeah. So here we go. And then I think I'm going to do the same technique for this little bush and for this tree. I think it'll look really cool and pull everything together. It would have been nice to have a different technique for everything, but hey ho. As long as the page turns out and looks good, I don't mind. There we go, have a little bit of there. Put some in there. Bring that up under the roof. And here. Switch down colour. What's going on there, Lucy Lou? You appear to have missed out the shadow under there. So, Artex have been very kind. They reached out to me yesterday and said they'd like to send me some products for me to review on the channel, and they arrived this morning. I was gobsmacked. So I've got that video to do. I've also got RJ's new book. So I think I will skip a flip through maybe, or maybe I'll do a flip through and a colour with me in RJ's new book. I've just brought the paperback because I like to have RJ's 2 versions. And his new books are going to have the 2 different versions. You know, the back is different from the front. That's what I'm trying to say. So I brought the paperback version because it's nice to use watercolour and different mediums and things, but I'd rather have extra RJ drawings than the and miss out. I know that sounds a bit weird, but now if RJ brought the full book out in hardback, and obviously I would go for that. So, page is beginning to come together, I think. I'm much happier than where I left off last night. Okay. So I like the dullness of the house, of the castle rather. This is a very exclusive neighbourhood, isn't it? 4 detached castles in this neighbourhood. Okay, so I've got my grey on there. I did want to... Right, we'll come to that in a minute. Right, roof. Here. Keep going, Lucy Loop. Don't let it put you off. Come on. Right, don't get distracted. Where are my colours? I think it was this one. I'll have to test it on a page. I was thinking about colour combinations. Now, this is chestnut. Because I want red, and I definitely want it to be very different to the pink. Then I've got that Scarlet Lake. This might be too bright. Yeah, I think that's too bright. So let's go down let me just move some gubbins. Let's go down a few shades, a bit deeper. So what's that one? That looks nice. I think it might be Crimson Lake. That's the trouble with my Prismas. They're so worn down that I don't know what colour they are without getting my colour chart out. But they will be on the screen when I've worked them out. Yes, that's better. Crimson Lake. Beautiful. And then I think we'll go... Let's try this one. This is Crimson Red. Ooh, now we could swap those round. Let's try that. So... Chestnut, Crimson Red, ooh, that's better, and then I think that's Scarlet Lake, is it? No, that's no good. Where's that red one? See, this is the process I have to go through. What about that one? I'm going to have no pencils left in my case by the time I've done this, but that's better. Okay. Right. Roof time. I've finished faffing about. So I'm going to make this roof red. Am I? I don't know whether I want red next to pink. So let me leave those colours out. Let's do blue. I got those out. Right, come on Lucy, you're getting all distracted and befuddled. So, I've got Indian Throne Blue, then I've got China Blue, then I've got Denim Blue, Violet Lake, and Caribbean Sea. Let's see how we get on with that. I don't know if we'll need them all. So I'm going to go in with Indian Throne Blue. I'm just going to sharpen it a little bit. I do want to keep the colours that I'm using on the castles bright, and I think we'll certainly get that with this combination. So this is, what did I say? Indian Throne Blue. Let's just pull that out a little bit. Yeah, so I haven't looked through RJ's book. I'm going to wait and do it with you. So you might get a very quick video after this colour with me. Hopefully this will go up today, and then I can get the RJ book out to you tomorrow. Right, China Blue. Nice and bright. Let's cheer myself up. Okay, I will go back over this. Then we've got denim blue. Let's have a look at that. Oh, that's much darker. Why is that coming out darker? Look. Surely denim blue would be... I don't know. Oh, well, whatever. Well, I'll go back over it. So I'm going in with Indian Throne blue, denim blue it would appear. Because I've not checked my swatches. Naughty Lucy. And China blue. Okay, well that's better, whatever's going on there, but it's better. Not quite sure why, but... Okay, then we'll put in our Violet Lake. We'll have a little bit of bluey purple. Go back over all that. Fill all those gaps in. Soften the edge off. And then we'll go in with Caribbean Sea. Beautiful colour. There we go. Got there eventually, didn't we, folks? And then, so we need to do that same combination. Let's do this roof. So we're going to do Into the Throne blue. Then we're going in with denim. Denim, and then China blue. That is so weird for Prismas. Never mind. China blue, Violet Lake, and Caribbean Sea. Okay. Love it. Look at that. Looks so cool. I like it. I'm getting all excited now. Now the page is starting to come together. The chimneys I'm going to make the same, in the same greys. Where's my brush? There we go. Right, we need to do around the windows. So we're going to have our darkest Indian Throne at the bottom and a little bit at the top, tiny bit just on the frame. Then I'm going to stick skip straight to China blue, and then we're going to go in with our lightest, which is Caribbean Sea, but I need to sharpen it. Okay. Bit of Caribbean Sea. There we go. So all the window frames are going to be done like that. The front door is going to be done like that. And then we're going to introduce our wood. But I selected, what did I did? I got a much darker colour out. And where did that go? Here, is that it? No, of course not. Where did I put it? It's black, I don't want black. I know I did. I had very dark brown, but I don't have it now. Where's that gone then? Oh my goodness, there's me saying, oh, I feel much better today and I'm all organised. No. Here we go. So, I will put the colours on the screen. This is... I don't know. Is that... No, I can't find it. How bizarre. How bizarre, folks. I had it a minute ago. Right, well, we'll go in with a combination we had before. And we're going to do, that roof is going to be blue, but I want the pole, like we did on the other side, if I can do it without going out the lines. Just hope that my hands don't spasm. Okay, same combination as we did before. Light umber, I've got a really dark one, I don't know what that is, 946, and beige sienna. So this is light umber, and I'm just going to wedge a little bit of light sienna in there. There we are. And while we're at it, I'm going to go back to our cherry blossom and add the next colour because, yeah, that's dry. Yeah. And then the next colour is number 10. I'm going to dot that in. So we're going to start introducing the softer pinks. They won't look so stark dots when I put the next colour in. And I can always go back in with the other ones. So. Looks awful at the minute, but it won't. We'll sort it. Okay, browns. Go back to those browns. I'm going to do the windowsills. There we go. That roof needs to be blue. So that bit needs to be blue, and all the bits in between are going to be brown. The front door's going to be blue. Okay, so I'm going to go off and do all the blues and the brown windowsills, and then and the plants round the bottom here, and then we'll meet back up because there's nothing that I haven't shown you how to do, so I'm just going to redo the plant and the shrubs around here, and then we'll meet back up. See you in a sec. Okay, so I've finished all the blue bits. I've added a little bit of white Posca to our little cherry blossom hanging plant thing, and I'm much happier with it than the grape basket. I need to, this is still slightly damp, so I need to come back and I'm going to make the flag blue and white, and we've got to do the chimney, but that's going to be in our usual greys. So we need to come down and look at this poor little soul. I've changed up the reds, just because that's what I do. And I've got some gel pens to do the little rainbow with. So for the reds for the roof, I've got Tuscan red, mahogany red, this is in order of dark to light, crimson red, and carmine red. So I'm just going to sharpen my first colour pencil. And I might put some cherry blossoms in the ivy, but then that wouldn't make sense. But I just, you know, it's going to be the only one that doesn't have that technique on it. So I didn't know if it'd look a bit odd. Maybe I could just put a few little shrubs instead of just filling in those little bits. So let's take Tuscan red. Are we in close enough? I'm sure we are, but I'll just come in slightly. Let's take Tuscan red, and same technique as we've done all the others. I'm going to come right up with the Tuscan red up there. I'm going to fill that edge in. I'm going to want a little bit of shadow around there, aren't we? Okay, I'm going to come in with our next colour, which is mahogany. Put that mahogany in, keep that bit of that shape of that roof. Okay, then we're going to start coming in with our beautiful bright reds. So this is a crimson red. I put my hand in the pink up, so there's a little dottage at the back there. That's one I'm a bit more wary. go over those with this beautiful crimson colour. We're going to bring that down this side. I'm getting paranoid about being off camera because you have to zoom in quite a lot to get these little pages in, and then it's easy to lose you. Okay, there we go. And then our last really bright colour is carmine red, and I'm going to start by going over all of that and then bring that in. So, and then having these multicoloured homes, castles, our rainbow won't look so out of place. There we go. So we've got a little red roof. Okay, what else are we going to have red? Let's do... Well, the door will be red, so let's do that. Going all the way down here. So that's our Tuscan, now mahogany. And then in with our other reds. I'll use a little gel pen just to bring out the door handles again, or a paint pen. Okay, let's make, I'm just trying to think, that really should be grey round there. This can be wood. So let's have, okay, let's put the wood in and then we'll see. So, same wood colours, they'll come up on the screen. So I'm going to put the dark in round here. And then our light umber. Just sort of scruffily putting it in there. And then our beige sienna. Okay, so we've got that in. If we make... Oh, choices, folks. Right, so if I make this... I don't know, I'm stuck again. Right, this bit is going to be brown. So I'm going to put the dark brown in there. And then we'll bring it up. There we go. I keep getting stuck with my colours. So I need to fill that bit in grey. And then... just trying to decide how to do that bit. Right, if I do... I think they're supposed to be steps. So what I'm going to do, here we go. Here we go. I hope you could see all that. I am going to do this inside bit in our reds. So it's like stairs coming down onto this little bit. So our dark colour. And then I'm going to miss out mahogany because we don't have the space. And go straight to our carmine. I suppose then it would make sense if those edges had colour on, like this. I'm just going straight to the lightest one now. And we can leave a little white strip there. That we can make grey. So let's do that now, before I chicken out and change it all. Yeah, I think that looks cute. I think that works, folks. The stones I haven't done, have I? So I need the dark one. So I'm going to put in 90% cool grey around all of the stones and around here. So it looks like they're behind. Oh, in front rather, sorry. Okay. And then we could have a red carpet, couldn't we, going up the stairs? Okay, let's go in now with 70. Just filling in these little spaces, they're so teeny tiny. There we go, and then let's just go straight to 30 so we can blend those in. Okay, I'm going to go back to my dark 90% and just fill in the gaps. I haven't done it on here, so then that won't look so weird compared to the rest of it. Okay, there we go. So that looks a little better now. It looked a little bit too dark. So I want black. I'm going to make this corridor ominous and black. So I'm going to go in with black around this edge here. Like that, and then our 90% grey. And then let's go in with 50. There we are. So it just looks like a little bit of a tunnel going on. And then if we do the stairs the same as we've done these, so we leave a little white gap maybe. Let's just see how it works. Right, so Tuscan red. It's going to be hard to, we're going to have to skip colours again. We could do these dark there, like that. Okay, and we go in with crimson red if we miss out the mahogany. And we'll get less of the lighter colour as we get up here. There we go. And then just put the carmine red. We'll just leave a bare edge there. There we go. There we go. And we could put a little bit of 30% grey. Careful not to drag that red in just at that step, so it just looks like there's stone left there. That's cool, like that. 30% on these strips as well. There we go. Right, wood colours. And let's do this beautiful little tree. Okay, so I'm going to put the dark in there, because it's peeping out from behind the castle. Yes, you can see. And I'm going to follow it up here. And we're going to do this underneath branch. This one. This one. And there. Then we're going to go in with our light amber. And then put a little bit of light amber in there as well. And then our, once I've sharpened it, our sienna brown. Right, sienna brown. Just going to go back in a little bit with that light umber. It's got sort of washed out with that sienna. Yeah. There we go. And then I'm going to do the paint pens again. So 28, just so that it, like I say, unifies the page. And I'm going to make that the same as our shrubs. And because it's darn good fun, folks. And easy. It's very therapeutic, just dotting these colours about. And so I'll build up the colour, build up the colours, and then I can go back in and add where I want darker spots by just adding more spots, more dots on it. And filling up the gaps. So just put a good base down and then we'll move on. There we go. I can do this because there's enough gaps in there to do it. And you can make that jaggedy edge that the tree would have. Right, we'll leave that to dry and then I'll come back and go back over again so it ends up looking like our little bush up there. Right, let's come up here, let me just see. Yeah, that's nice and dry. We're going to take our blue combination again and we're going to colour this flag. So, into the throne blue. Oh, I'm going to do this big bit, I think. So, into the throne blue. Denim. china. That's nice, that china. It really brightens that blue up. Violet Lake, yeah. And then a tiny bit of Caribbean Sea. There we go. And I'm going to miss one, so that's going to be white, and then we're going to do this next stripe. And then that stripe, yeah, it's dry. Thought I'd put my hand in it, it was wet then. And then that stripe. There we go. Okay, next one is denim. I hope you're all still with me. I know I've been a bit scatty, but I don't know if you were expecting like just a short video from a Johanna page. I did contemplate just doing one castle at a time, but I'm one of those people, I can't. I like, if I start a page, I like to finish it. It's very, very rare for me that I don't finish a page that I'm colouring. I have to really fall out of love with it completely to not finish a page, or completely fluff it up and then it gets torn out. Well, it used to. I try to rescue them now. Okay, flags done. We've got the little chimney pots. So I want 50% cool grey, or cold grey that is, 30% and 10% for the chimney pot. So I'm going to go in with 50. I have that at one side. Then 30. Then 10. Go back in with our 50, just deepen that up a bit. And we can have a little bit of blue just because. Let's pick the china blue and just put that in there. There we go. Oh, you couldn't see any of that. I'm so sorry. Look, I just dark on this side and light that side. I'll do it again here. I'm so sorry. It's this teeny tiny little books. So I took 50 and went down this side. Like that. And we're going to do the same there. Then I went 30. Yes, you can see. This is why I get paranoid about it and keep having to look up. And then 10. And then just because that 50 gets a little bit obliterated, I go back in. And we'll put that in there this time. And then we're going to take a purple. Which one should we have? Let's have lilac. And we're going to put the lilac in there. There. Just so it looks like that one. Now we've got that one doing the same. I will do that chimney, but the little bits that are left out will be red. I can't do those yet because this is all wet. And I'm going to take my paint markers and, like I said, I'm going to put a little bit of shrubbery down here. Just because I think it will look odd, in my mind anyway, if it doesn't sort of have that match, you know, that technique. I don't know why, but there we go. Right, I'll let that dry and go back over that. Is this dry? No. So, I'm going to have to go off again. Right, let's have a look, see where we are. Right, I'm going to have to go off and let that dry. And then we'll meet back up. We've got the rainbow to do and the little lantern. And then I'm going to do, I might as well do them now. They're going to be little shrubs as well. So it just all ties together. So I'll make this into a little shrubbery bush like this castle, and then we'll meet back up to finish the rainbow and the lantern. See you in a second. Okay, I've dried it off so that I can carry on with the video. So I want to do this little candle, and I've got 3 colours. I've got orange, and I've got yellow ochre, I think that is, PC 942, and I've got, again, I don't know, PC 1011. They'll be on the screen. So I'm going to need to bring you in so you can see. Look at the, I'm really pleased with how the tree and everything turned out. So I'm going to take my orange and put a bit of sharpener on there. And I'm going to put that round the candle like this. And then I'm taking my yellow ochre. I'm going to fill that up. And then this yellow, which I'm not sure what it is, I'm just going to let that project out. There we go. We're going to have a red candle. So I'm just going to take the 2 colours. I'm going to take Scarlet Lake and Tuscan Red. And we're just going to have a red lantern, Scarlet Lake, because we're very coordinated in this neighbourhood. Whatever colour your roof is, your accessories must be. There we go, so we've got our little lantern. Right, we've got the chimney to finish on here. So we'll do that, and I'll try and keep you in shot this time. So 50%, I'm going to come down this side. We're not going to get all these colours in. So I'm going to go in with 50%. 30%. I'll leave that as that is because, and then 20%, because I'll go out of the lines if I try. Okay, a little bit more with the 50% up here. Yes, you could see. Okay, then I'm going to take the, let's see. Oh, I just smashed you in the face. I'm so sorry. Didn't mean to. I'm going to take the Scarlet Lake, and we're going to make these little bits on our chimney Scarlet Lake. Like I say, accessories must be the same as your roof in this neighbourhood. There we go. Alright, now I have got rainbow colours. So I've got red and yellow and pink and green, orange and purple and blue, and we're going to do our little rainbow. So these are jelly roll ball signs, so they're like handwriting ones, so they give you a really fine nib. So that's how I'm going to do my rainbow. I'm just checking they're running. So red, I knew I wouldn't get pencils in here. And I was going to do a pan pastel background, but I think I'm going to leave it, since as this is a small Victories. So red and yellow, and I feel that we've achieved a small victory. And yellow. And pink. That's how the song goes. Oh, it's not running. Come on, don't, yeah, there we go. Don't let me down. There we go. Pink. It's not running very well, this one. Perhaps I haven't used it yet. No, it doesn't like that. Have I got another pink? No, only shiny ones. So I'll have to let that dry and go back over it. Red and yellow, pink and green. It's just that pink one. It was typical, isn't it? My favourite colour. Green, orange. Right, I'm going to have to turn the book. I think it's how I'm holding the pens. Orange. This is why I love the Jelly Roll Moonlight so much. They never have a problem. Red and yellow, pink and green, orange and purple. Although I should have done Richard of York gave battle in vain, shouldn't I? But never mind. Purple and blue. So I was going to do a pan pastel background, but I would have to use a sealer on it. And I do think that, well, I know that actually that I've used the sealer on some pages and it pushes through the colour of gel pens. So I think I'm not going to risk it. Right, let me go back to that pink and see if I can get that running better, because that looks awful. Why are you misbehaving? They're all so lovely. There you go. It might be running a bit better. There we go. Oh, was it? The green ran okay, didn't it? Okay. So the one final thing I want to do is I've got get out of the way. Sky blue light, and I'm just going to do a little bit of a scribble on the windows. So instead of doing them blue and then putting the white in, I'm just leaving the white to show up. So just a scribble, just so it looks like a bit of glass. There we go. Put a bit more in that one. And this one, being careful not to drag that red in. And, folks, I think we're done. I don't want to mess. Bearing in mind the way I've been, I don't want to mess. So I was going to do just a soft blue background with some clouds with white pen. But like I said, I remember in a colouring book, I don't know what one it is, that I did that and I had gel pen on the page and it pushed the gel pen through, and I am not willing to risk my little birdie page. But I'm really happy with how it's come out. I love how the paint pen has worked and given us these little bushes, and I did like the two down here to tie it all together. So that's our first page then, complete in Small Victories, a lovely, incredible little book, which I'm looking forward to doing more with you. I've got a couple of the Artex, new Artex products to share with you. I should be back to do that. And I have got, oh, yes, of course, RJ's book. We need to do a flip through in that, so I'll probably be back tomorrow to do that. What I'll do is a flip through and a colour with me in it, and then we can alternate between Christmas, Johanna, and yeah, it's very exciting times. So thank you all so much for watching, if you've stuck with me, and I'm sorry about my insane ramblings and jumping from here to there on the page. I hope when I came back today that it sort of came together a little bit better. I felt like it did. So I'll let you go. Until we meet again in the very near future, take really good care of yourselves. Have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you very soon. Bye bye.